Good evening to all and welcome to the session 200 Grammar Rules. So far, you have learned 157 rules, and today you're going to learn only two rules because these two rules go with active voice and passive voice. Tomorrow, I'm going to start a new topic, direct speech and indirect speech. What are the two rules? Rule number 158 and rule number 159. Rule number 158 goes with changing helping verbs, a sentence with a helping verb, from active voice to passive voice. Most of the helping verbs take the same pattern. What is that pattern? We should change sentences with helping verbs using the following pattern. What is that pattern? Helping verb plus be plus verb past participle form. Already you have learned any sentence in passive voice, the main verb is always in past participle form. Look at the first example. You can do that work. What is the helping verb over here? Can. How do you change it to passive voice? That work can be done by you. What is the pattern here? You have to repeat the helping verb, then be, then whatever the verb in the past participle form. Do, did, done. He should read that book. That book should be read by him. You must have noticed same pattern can be done, should be read. You should do that work should be done by you. Rule number 159, commands and requests. We should change commands and requests using the following pattern. When you see the examples, you understand the pattern. Cut your nails. This is active voice. It is a command. Let your nails be cut. Please close the door. This is a request. Let the door be closed. They have the same pattern. You have to start the sentence with the word let. Your nails, the door, the object. Be cut, be closed. What is the pattern? Be cut, be closed. One is a command, the other one is a request. Cut your nails. Let your nails be cut. Please close the door. Let the door be closed. But already you have learned, usually in English, we can change a sentence with an object to passive voice. What is the reason? If you take the basic pattern, subject plus verb plus object, when you change it to passive voice, the positions change. Object comes to the subject position. Imagine there is no object, then it becomes a problem. Usually we don't change a sentence without an object to passive voice. But English has rules, English has exceptions. Here, go away from here. Go is a verb, and this one is intransitive verb. What is an intransitive verb? It cannot take an object. Go away from here. As such, we cannot change, but using one pattern, we can change. What is that pattern? You are ordered to go away from here. Go away from here. You are ordered to go away from here. Please close the door. For that also you can use another pattern. What is that pattern? You are requested to close the door. Let the door be closed. You are requested to close the door. Go away from here. You are ordered to go away from here. Go is an intransitive verb. Now, practice questions. How do they ask questions? Actual pattern. We will not allow them to run away. You may get the sentence in active voice or passive voice. If it is an active voice, you have to find the passive voice form for the same sentence. And it is the other way. If the sentence is in passive, you have to find the active voice. We will not allow them to run away. To change or to identify the correct option, two things are required. One, first you have to know which tense it is. Then you have to know whether it is an active voice or passive voice. We will not allow them to run away. Which tense is this? This is future tense. And it is active voice or passive voice. We will not allow them to run away. It is active voice. Now, what is the pattern? Future tense and passive voice. Will or shall plus be plus verb past participle form. Based on that, here it is a negative form. They will not be allowed to run away by us. Hold that one. You cannot use would. You have to repeat the same verb. Will has to be there. Based on that, ruled out. So what is the answer? The first option. We will not allow them to run away. They will not be allowed to run away by us. The old lady touched and patted the cow. The old lady touched and patted the cow. First, you have to know which tense is it. Touched, that means it is past tense. Is it active voice or passive voice? It is active voice. Now you have to find out the option. Here it is in past tense. Then you have to look for the primary auxiliary to be in past. And the cow becomes a subject singular. How many options are there? The cow patted. The meaning changes, not correct. The patted cow touched the old lady. Does not go with the actual sentence. The cow was touched by the old lady, patting her. The cow was touched and patted by the old lady. Which one is the right answer? The third option, it is not the second one. The cow was touched and patted by the old lady. That is the answer. I like him. Again, you have to know whether it is active voice or passive voice at the outset. I like him. And which tense is it? Present tense. Present tense passive voice, you have to look for the primary auxiliary to be in the present form and the verb past participle form. Based on that, was is ruled out. Being goes only with a continuous tense, so ruled out. He is being, again, being not correct. I like him. He is liked by me. He is plus verb past participle form. Answer is the fourth option. You have to do this immediately. Here we have a helping verb. You have to do this immediately, and this is in active voice. Sentence is based on the helping verb have to. How does it change to passive voice? This has been done. No. This is being done. It is not in the continuous form. This was being done. You have to do this. This has to be done by you immediately. Answer is the fourth option. You have to do this. This has to be done by you immediately. Same pattern. The laborers were digging a canal. At the outset, you have to know the tense. Which tense is this? Past continuous tense. They were digging a canal. And active voice. Any continuous tense in passive voice, one word is compulsory. Which one is that? The word being. How many options have the word being? First, identify. Here you don't see being, so ruled out. Here you don't see the word being, ruled out. It should be either the first one or the third one. A canal is being digged. First of all, digged is not correct. And one more, this is in past continuous. You cannot use the verb in the present form. Based on that, the laborers were digging a canal. A canal was being dug by the laborers. Answer is the third option. The watchman switched on the lights before it began to grow dark. Which tense is this? The watchman switched on the lights. That means past tense. And it is active voice. Now you have to look for was switched on. Primary auxiliary in the past form. And here the lights means were. Switched on the lights. Based on the subject, plural form. Were, and it is in past. Then you cannot use, and it is not in the continuous form. The watchman switched on. You cannot use being. It should be either the first one or the fourth one. The lights were only switched on before it began to grow dark. The lights were switched on by the watchman before it began to grow dark. Answer is the fourth option. Here you don't see the word only, so you cannot introduce a new word. The watchman switched on the lights. The lights were switched on by the watchman before it began to grow dark. Where do you keep the current magazines? Where do you keep? It is present tense. Active voice. Present tense, passive voice, you have to look for the primary auxiliary in the present form plus verb past participle form. Here primary auxiliary to be in the past, not correct. And here where do you keep? You cannot use have. Where are the current magazines being kept? Being goes with a continuous tense. What is the answer? It is present tense. You cannot use were, you cannot use have the current magazines been kept. That is present perfect, not correct. Answer is the fourth option. Where do you keep the current magazines? Where are the current magazines kept by you? This is a question in passive voice. Where are the current magazines kept by you? God gives us happiness. This is again present tense, active voice. How does it change? Happiness, then you have to see the primary auxiliary in the present form and the verb past participle form. Is given, hold that one. Being goes with the continuous tense. Being goes with the perfect tense. Will goes with future tense. But here it is present tense. Based on that, God gives us happiness. Happiness is given to us by God. To us is understood. Happiness is given by God. God gives us happiness. Happiness is given to us by God. The gardener ought to water the plants daily. Here we have a helping verb ought to. They all follow the same pattern. Ought to do something, ought to be done. Ought to water, ought to be watered. Where do you find to be watered? Only one option. Not correct, not correct, not correct. The gardener ought to water the plants daily. The plants ought to be watered daily by the gardener. Answer is the fourth option. Jatinder can help Gurdeep. Helping verb. How do you change? You have to, Gurdeep becomes a subject. Then you have to use a helping verb, be, and the verb past participle form. You can help him, he can be helped. You can do that, that can be done. Same pattern, all the helping verbs. Gurdeep can be helped by Jatinder. Hold this one. You cannot change the verb can. You cannot use could. Can be helped. Any sentence in passive voice, the main verb is always in past participle form. So this is not correct. Gurdeep could. You cannot change the verb. What is the answer? Jatinder can help Gurdeep. Gurdeep can be helped by Jatinder. That's all. Please download the app Murthy's English. How do you download? Go to Google Play Store, search for Murthy's English, download the app. I'm coming up with new courses today, tomorrow, or day after. Please watch. New courses are going to come up. Thank you very much. That's all for today.